Hi guys! Today I'm making a video on EX NIHILO Babylon collection, and I don't know why I just decided to make the video, the separate one for that collection. It's about like HARRODS exclusives and fragrances I've been talking about like hundreds of times. The Brompton Immortals, the Irreverents, Emeralds, Royals, and all these HARRODS exclusive, we take them aside. This collection is a little bit different from what EX NIHILO usually does. So it's a sort of a woody, spicy, more oriental. I will actually start with the one that I like the most, and I will finish with the one that I personally don't get this fragrance at all, but we will get into it. So let's start with the first fragrance called Atlas Fever. Yes, I actually really like it. So from these four fragrances, if I had to choose the one for me, it will be Atlas Fever. Basically, it's the Oriental Gourmand fragrance. It's very complex, it's a little bit spicy, it's woody. I'm gonna get into the notes actually because I think I really need the notes in here. It's a collection of very complex fragrances. So on top we have pink pepper, incense, narcissus, flower absolute in the heart, cedarwood, sandalwood, tonka bean, vanilla, woody accord on the base. So I think I love this fragrance because of the tonka bean and because of the sweetness, which is coming from, I'm not really sure from what. It's only the tonka bean and vanilla that can give the sweetness, and for me it's a delicious, sweet, aromatic, intoxicating fragrance. Don't get me wrong guys, I don't like it as much as even close as much as I do like the Brompton Immortals and the Irreverents. But I think from this collection, as I said, from this particular line, this is the best of the best fragrance. The first fragrance, the Atlas Fever. Let's move on to the second fragrance. It's my second favorite from the collection. Oh my god, the Amber Sky, I really love it. I'm not even sure why I didn't put it in the first place here. Well, anyway, I really like the Amber Sky. Let's go to the notes of Amber Sky. It's bergamot and coriander on the top, a nutmeg and geranium in the heart. In the base we have amber, cedarwood, sandalwood, vanilla and tonka bean. And again guys, I think I love this fragrance because it has vanilla and tonka bean. And obviously they're amber. Beautiful amber fragrance. If I forget about the notes, well, it's difficult to forget about amber, but if I just put aside all the notes, I think this is a beautiful, not too sweet, not too spicy, not too of anything. It's just a perfectly blended, balanced amber fragrance. It's a little bit more masculine, but then I would personally wear the Amber Skies. I wouldn't put it in a really masculine side here, so I think it is a very unisex fragrance. Amber-wise, I think it's one of the best amber perfumes in the market. So yeah, I really like Amber Sky. I think I should have actually put it on the first place in that line. But yeah, this is the second fragrance. The third fragrance from Babylon collection is Midnight Special. And I always sort of thought about this fragrance as a rose patchouli fragrance. Yes, on top it has black pepper, cinnamon, saffron, rose, rose and grapefruit, agarwood, patchouli and vanilla on the base. For me this fragrance is, I don't know how to describe it. Well, first of all, the rose and patchouli, in my opinion, is really overdone. And it's never been my favorite combination in fragrances like ever. I really don't like the combination of rose and patchouli. Maybe because I don't really like rose, because normally I love patchouli a lot. Anyway, so this fragrance for some reason for me is just too moist. I don't know how to even describe it. So imagine the patchouli, but like really, really moist, and the rose is very how can I say, heavy sort of thing. So if you combine these two things together, you will get the Midnight Special. I presume if you really like the combination of rose and patchouli, that's the fragrance for you to try. Otherwise, and I can't really feel in this fragrance a lot of saffron or cinnamon or whatever. I just feel rose patchouli, and it's too much. For me, it's just too much, and it's a little bit, as I said, it does give you such a moist feeling that I don't know, I can't say I like it. So this is the midnight special, guys, from Babylon collection. And moving on to the last fragrance, it's where is it? Chandigarh Express. Okay, so the notes of this fragrance, and before I say the notes, I must mention, guys, I'm really not a fan of leather. I mean, in general, I just dislike leather in fragrances. I don't have any leather fragrance that I like, and normally if leather is present, and especially if it's prominent, I mean, that's it, I'm not gonna like the fragrance. So I'm not surprised, I'm not a fan of Chandigarh Express. So it does have a leather accord, it does have mandarin, bergamot, cardamom on top, jasmine, fir balsam, base it's patchouli, vetiver, tonka bean and benzoin. I don't know, I don't feel any benzoin or tonka bean in this fragrance, and I only feel this fragrance on my taste, it just weird. That's the only word I can find to describe it, and I really don't like it. I really don't like to describe fragrances, like to put labels like these on a fragrance, but honestly, guys, for me it does smell weird, and I can't actually explain it really. And I'm looking at the notes, and maybe it's the combination of fir balsam and the leather, maybe it's combination of patchouli and cardamom, or whatever it is. It just doesn't work for me. I can't stand this fragrance basically. So I think this is this is the least favorite definitely from this collection, but I know people who really love it, so it's a matter of taste. So if you like leather, probably a combination of patchouli and leather, or whatever, try this fragrance. Anyway, this is 4 fragrances from Babylon, a collection of Ex Nihilo, and my favorite is actually, I think it's Amber Sky. So if you enjoy watching this video, if you want to see more, subscribe to my channel, and see you soon.